Patrick Duffy's life has been an extraordinary blend of triumph and tragedy, marked by career success and unimaginable personal loss. The beloved actor, best known for his role as Bobby Ewing on the long-running television series Dallas, has spent decades in the limelight. Yet, behind the fame and the adulation lies a story of resilience, strength, and an unshakable faith that has helped him navigate through some of the darkest periods of his life. Born on March 17, 1949, in Townsend, Montana, Patrick Duffy grew up far removed from the Hollywood spotlight that he would one day call home. His early life in a small town was idyllic in many ways, but his journey to stardom was anything but smooth. From a young age, Duffy displayed a natural aptitude for performance, a skill that would eventually lead him to the University of Washington, where he pursued a degree in drama. However, before he could even complete his studies, tragedy struck. During his college years, he suffered a vocal cord injury, threatening to derail his aspirations of becoming an actor. Recounting this period in a 1991 interview with Deseret News, Duffy admitted that his injury left him devastated. "I was just about to graduate, and then I blew out my vocal cords," he recalled. "It was from a lack of wisdom, vocal abuse, no rest, and too much drinking." For a time, it seemed as though his acting career was over before it had even begun. But Duffy refused to give up. He turned his attention to teaching, leading classes that didn't require much vocal effort, such as mime and movement. Additionally, he began to work with touring ballet and opera companies, serving as a narrator for their performances. His daily vocal exercises, inspired by his later-in-life conversion to Buddhism, eventually healed his voice. Within 5 months, he was completely recovered, and his career was back on track. Patrick Duffy's big break came in 1977, when he was cast as Mark Harris in The Man from Atlantis, a science fiction series that showcased his versatility as an actor. While the show lasted only 1 season, it proved to be a stepping stone to even greater success. Just 1 year later, in 1978, Duffy was cast in what would become his most iconic role, Bobby Ewing on Dallas. For over a decade, Duffy brought Bobby Ewing to life, captivating audiences with his portrayal of the kind-hearted, idealistic son of a powerful oil tycoon. Dallas quickly became a cultural phenomenon, and Duffy found himself at the center of one of television's most successful primetime dramas. Yet, while Dallas brought Duffy fame and fortune, it also exposed him to the fickle nature of Hollywood. At the height of the show's popularity in 1985, Duffy made the bold decision to leave the series in an effort to explore new career opportunities. Bobby Ewing was famously killed off in the season finale, leaving fans devastated. However, Duffy's departure did not go as planned. His subsequent projects failed to gain traction, and in a now infamous twist, the producers of Dallas brought him back to the show the following season. To explain Bobby's resurrection, the writers revealed that his death had all been a dream, a decision that remains one of the most memorable and controversial moments in television history. While his professional life had its ups and downs, it was in his personal life that Patrick Duffy faced his greatest challenges. In November 1986, a tragedy unfolded that would change his life forever. His parents, Terrence and Marie Duffy, were brutally murdered during an armed robbery at the tavern they owned in Boulder, Montana. The two perpetrators, both intoxicated at the time of the crime, shot and killed the couple before fleeing the scene. Patrick Duffy was devastated by the loss, and the grief he felt was compounded by the shock and senselessness of the act. Reflecting on the night of the murders, Duffy shared that his father had previously ejected 2 young men from the bar earlier that evening. "They came back with guns and an intent to harm," Duffy recounted. "They shot him, and then they shot my mother, who was in the bar at the time. Their bodies were discovered by a group of workers who had stopped by for a drink after their shift. The tragic incident sent shockwaves through the small Montana community and led to a manhunt that eventually resulted in the arrest of the two suspects, Sean Wentz and Kenneth Miller. Wentz and Miller were later convicted of voluntary manslaughter, with Wentz receiving a 180-year prison sentence. In contrast, Miller was granted parole in 2007 after serving 21 years. Duffy, despite the profound pain caused by the loss of his parents, expressed a sense of peace with the legal outcomes. "I've come to terms with it," he said in a 2012 interview with The Times. "They've faced their consequences, whether inside or outside of prison." His Buddhist faith, which he had embraced years earlier, played a significant role in helping him cope with his grief. "I've never felt disconnected from my parents," Duffy revealed. "That sense of loss wasn't immediate for me, and I think it's because of my Buddhist beliefs." His ability to find inner peace, even after such a horrific tragedy, is a testament to the strength that Duffy draws from his faith. Buddhism has been a guiding force in his life, helping him navigate not only the death of his parents, but also other personal challenges. One of the most profound losses Duffy has faced came in 2017, when his wife of over 40 years, Carlin Rosser, passed away after a battle with cancer. Carlin was not only the love of his life, but also the person who introduced him to Buddhism, a spiritual practice that would become central to his life. The couple's love story is one for the ages. They met while touring with a dance company in the early 1970s. Duffy, a fresh-faced young actor, and Carlin, a beautiful, talented ballerina a decade his senior. Their connection was instantaneous, and despite the fact that Carlin was already married at the time, the two embarked on a romance that would span over 4 decades. Duffy has often spoken about the profound impact Carlin had on his life, both personally and professionally. She opened his eyes to art and culture in ways he had never experienced before, and their shared love of art became a cornerstone of their relationship. When Carlin passed away, Duffy was heartbroken. "Her death was a surprise," he shared with Closer Weekly in 2019. "There was no sign of it coming." He described the loss as one of the most difficult experiences of his life, but once again, he found solace in his Buddhist faith. "The idea that she's not here doesn't occur to me," he said. "I feel close to her all the time." 6 months after her death, Duffy posted a touching tribute to his wife on social media, writing, "Though she's gone, we are eternally connected." Duffy has also leaned on his family for support during these difficult times. He and Carlin had 2 sons together, Patrick and Connor, both of whom have followed in their father's footsteps in the entertainment industry. Patrick, born in 1974, is the managing director of a theater company in Los Angeles, while Connor, born in 1980, has worked as an actor, with roles in shows like Good Girls, The Mick, and Superstore. Both of Duffy's sons are married and have children of their own, providing him with the joy and companionship of grandchildren. "My family is my greatest joy," Duffy has said. "They've been my rock through everything." While Duffy continues to cherish the memory of Carlin, life took an unexpected turn in 2020 when he found love again. Amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Duffy reconnected with actress Linda Pearl, and the two began a romantic relationship. Their love story unfolded in a rather modern way, through a group chat with mutual friends that eventually led to more intimate conversations. After weeks of texting, Duffy decided to take a leap of faith. He packed his car and drove 20 hours to see Pearl in person, a journey that ultimately confirmed what he had been feeling. "We haven't been apart since," he revealed to People magazine. "I never thought I'd feel this way again, but I know my late wife would be happy for me." In addition to his family and his faith, Patrick Duffy has found solace in a simpler way of life. Since leaving Los Angeles in the early 2000s, he has embraced the tranquility of rural living on his 600-acre farm near Medford, Oregon. Far from the glitz and glamour of Hollywood, Duffy spends his days fishing, gardening, and working with wood, a far cry from his days as a television heartthrob. His farm is a peaceful haven, home to wild turkeys, deer, and salmon that swim in the nearby river. Though the farm is demanding, Duffy relishes the hard work and the satisfaction that comes from a life well lived. Despite the significant changes in his personal and professional life over the years, Patrick Duffy remains deeply connected to his roots. His career in Hollywood may have been marked by highs and lows, but through it all, he has remained true to himself. His Buddhist faith, his love for his family, and his appreciation for the simple joys of life have sustained him through even the most difficult of times. As he continues to enjoy this chapter of his life, Duffy has also kept a foot in the entertainment world. He reprised his role as Bobby Ewing in the 2012 Dallas reboot, much to the delight of longtime fans, and he remains open to the possibility of returning to the character again in the future. "I've left Bobby Ewing behind twice now, and it hasn't worked," he joked in a 2021 interview with TV Insider. Patrick Duffy's story is one of resilience, love, and a deep connection to what truly matters in life. From his early struggles in Hollywood to the tragic loss of his parents and wife, he has weathered every storm with grace and strength. His journey reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable pain, it is possible to find peace and purpose. As he continues to navigate life's ups and downs, Duffy remains an inspiration, a testament to the power of faith, love, and perseverance. Patrick Duffy's life in the wake of his wife Carlin's death and the rekindling of his love life with actress Linda Pearl is a testament to his ongoing resilience and capacity for finding joy despite profound loss. When he reconnected with Pearl during the COVID-19 pandemic, the timing was unexpected, but their relationship quickly grew into something meaningful. Duffy has often spoken about how this new chapter in his life has been unexpected, yet fulfilling. For a man who never thought he would find love again after Carlin, his bond with Pearl has brought him a new sense of companionship and comfort. Their relationship developed at a time when the world was grappling with isolation and uncertainty due to the global pandemic. Duffy and Pearl, like many others, were forced to stay in contact digitally for a period before they could meet in person. However, when Duffy took that long road trip to Pearl's home, it solidified their connection, and they have been inseparable ever since. For Duffy, this new relationship has not only been about finding love again, but also about rediscovering the joys of partnership, the value of shared experiences, and the comfort of having someone by his side after such a long period of grief. The public has been charmed by Duffy and Pearl's relationship, as the two frequently share glimpses of their life together through social media. Their posts reveal a couple deeply content, enjoying simple moments like cooking together, traveling, and spending time outdoors. For Duffy, who has lived such a public life through his roles on television, this newfound happiness seems refreshingly personal and genuine. Beyond his relationship with Pearl, Duffy remains an important figure in the world of entertainment. His willingness to reflect on his career has endeared him to both longtime fans and a new generation of viewers who may be discovering his work for the first time. Duffy's role in Dallas remains one of the most iconic in television history, and his portrayal of Bobby Ewing is often remembered as the heart of the series. While Dallas was known for its dramatic storylines and larger-than-life characters, Bobby Ewing represented the moral center of the show, and Duffy's performance brought warmth and authenticity to the role. As the years have passed, Duffy has often been asked about his time on Dallas, and how it shaped his career. He has expressed gratitude for the opportunities the show provided him, while also acknowledging the challenges that came with being so closely identified with one character. When Bobby Ewing was written off the show in 1985, Duffy initially saw it as an opportunity to explore new roles and projects. However, the public's attachment to the character was so strong that it ultimately led to his return to Dallas in one of television's most memorable plot twists. Bobby's death and the subsequent revelation that his demise had been part of a dream sequence. The "it was all a dream" twist became a cultural touchstone, forever cementing Duffy's place in television history. Despite the initial controversy surrounding the decision, Duffy's return to Dallas reinvigorated the show and allowed him to continue portraying Bobby Ewing until the series' conclusion in 1991. Reflecting on that period of his career, Duffy has said that while leaving Dallas was a difficult decision, returning to the show ultimately felt like the right move. The experience taught him valuable lessons about the unpredictability of Hollywood and the importance of adaptability in the face of changing circumstances. In addition to his work on Dallas, Duffy found success in the 1990s with the family sitcom Step by Step. In this role, Duffy showcased his comedic talents, playing Frank Lambert, a single father who marries Suzanne Summers' character, Carol Foster. The series was a departure from the drama of Dallas, but it resonated with audiences, particularly younger viewers, and became a staple of 1990s television. Duffy's ability to transition from the dramatic world of oil tycoons and power struggles in Dallas to the light-hearted family dynamics of Step by Step demonstrated his versatility as an actor. Off-screen, Patrick Duffy's life has always been deeply rooted in family. His sons, Patrick and Connor, have followed in their father's footsteps in the entertainment industry, and Duffy remains incredibly proud of their accomplishments. Patrick has built a successful career as a writer and theater director, while Connor has made a name for himself as an actor. Duffy's close relationship with his sons has been a source of strength for him, particularly during the difficult years following Carlin's death. He has often spoken about how their support has helped him through the most challenging moments of his life. For Duffy, family is not limited to his immediate relatives. Over the years, he has cultivated close relationships with many of his co-stars and colleagues from the entertainment industry. One such relationship was with Barbara Belle Geddes, who played his on-screen mother, Miss Ellie Ewing, on Dallas. Belle Geddes' death in 2005 had a profound impact on Duffy, who described her as a maternal figure both on and off the screen. He fondly recalls her warmth and humility, despite her status as a renowned actress with a long and distinguished career. When Dallas was revived in 2012, Duffy felt her absence keenly, noting that the show was not the same without her presence. Belle Geddes' legacy, however, continues to live on in the memories of those who worked with her and the fans who cherished her portrayal of Miss Ellie. Duffy's connection to his Dallas family extends to other co-stars as well, including Linda Gray and Larry Hagman, who played Sue Ellen and J.R. Ewing, respectively. Hagman's death in 2012 marked the end of an era for Dallas, as J.R. Ewing was arguably one of the most iconic characters in television history. Duffy has often spoken about his close friendship with Hagman, describing him as a larger-than-life personality, both on and off set. The bond between Duffy, Hagman, and Gray was one of the driving forces behind Dallas's success, and their chemistry on-screen translated into deep friendships off-screen. Despite the losses he has endured, Patrick Duffy continues to approach life with a sense of optimism and gratitude. His Buddhist faith has been a cornerstone of his ability to find peace in the face of tragedy, whether it be the murder of his parents or the death of his wife. Duffy has said that his spiritual practice has helped him understand the impermanence of life and the importance of living in the present moment. This perspective has allowed him to weather the storms of life with grace and resilience, finding joy in the simple things. Whether it's working on his farm, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying a quiet moment of reflection. One of the ways in which Duffy has continued to honor the memory of his late wife is through their shared love of art. Carlin's passion for art had a profound influence on Duffy, and together they built an impressive collection of artwork over the years. Following her death, Duffy made the difficult decision to sell a portion of their collection, a move that he described as bittersweet. While it was hard for him to part with pieces that held sentimental value, Duffy took comfort in the knowledge that others would now have the opportunity to appreciate the art that had brought him and Carlin so much joy. As he explained, "We had it for a temporary time, and now someone else will have the chance to enjoy it." In recent years, Duffy has also ventured into the world of business, opening a bar in Los Angeles with his son Patrick and daughter-in-law. The bar, called The Plunge, is part of a larger theater complex owned by Duffy and serves as a tribute to his parents, who owned a bar in Montana when he was growing up. The bar's name is a nod to the swimming hole in Boulder, Montana, where Duffy spent much of his childhood, and the space is filled with personal touches, including a photograph of Carlin displayed prominently behind the bar. The Plunge has become a labor of love for Duffy and his family, providing them with a way to honor their past while building something new together. Patrick Duffy's journey through life has been one marked by extraordinary highs and devastating lows. Yet through it all, he has remained grounded and focused on what truly matters to him. His story is one of perseverance, love, and a deep connection to the people and values that have shaped him. Whether he is reflecting on his storied career in Hollywood, his close-knit family, or his spiritual journey, Duffy's life is a testament to the power of resilience and the enduring strength of the human spirit. Patrick Duffy's journey, marked by tremendous love, loss, and personal growth, is far from over. As the actor continues to navigate his path, he remains firmly connected to both his roots and the new experiences that life offers. His commitment to a life of simplicity, despite his long-standing fame, is a reflection of the lessons he has learned over the decades. Duffy's dedication to living in the present has helped him stay grounded even when faced with the shifting landscapes of both Hollywood and his personal life. One aspect of his existence that has allowed him to maintain this balance is his farm in Oregon, a place that has become his sanctuary. Nestled in nature, his 600-acre property offers him a respite from the frenetic energy of the entertainment world, allowing him to engage in activities like fishing, gardening, and woodworking. Duffy has described how therapeutic these activities are for him, especially in the aftermath of his wife Carlin's death. The property itself has become a significant part of his life, and he takes pride in maintaining the land and enjoying the rhythms of rural life. The work is hard, but for Duffy, it is a labor of love. He cherishes the quiet moments when he can immerse himself in nature, whether it's by tending to his vegetable garden, sitting by the river, or caring for the animals that roam the property. It's a lifestyle that seems worlds apart from the glitzy, high-profile life he led during his years in Hollywood, but for Duffy, it represents the peace and fulfillment that he has sought all his life. Although he now spends much of his time on the farm, Duffy hasn't entirely distanced himself from acting. Over the years, he has remained open to opportunities that allow him to step back into the spotlight, albeit on his own terms. In 2012, he reprised his iconic role as Bobby Ewing in the Dallas reboot, which brought together several members of the original cast. The revival was warmly received by fans, who were eager to see the continuation of the Ewing family saga. For Duffy, the experience was both nostalgic and rewarding, as it allowed him to reconnect with old friends and colleagues like Linda Gray and Larry Hagman. The latter's death in 2012, shortly after the reboot began airing, was a significant loss for Duffy, who had shared a close friendship with Hagman both on and off the screen. Duffy's role in the Dallas revival reaffirmed his enduring connection to the character of Bobby Ewing, but it also highlighted the way in which his career has spanned multiple generations of viewers. Younger audiences, who may have been too young to watch Dallas during its original run, were introduced to the show through reruns or the reboot, and many were struck by the warmth and integrity that Duffy brought to the character. This ability to appeal to viewers across different eras is a testament to Duffy's skill as an actor and his natural charisma. Outside of Dallas, Duffy has also continued to make occasional appearances in television shows and films. He has often expressed an interest in projects that allow him to explore different facets of his personality and acting range, whether that means revisiting familiar territory or branching out into something new. However, Duffy is also candid about the fact that acting is no longer the central focus of his life. Instead, he approaches new roles with a sense of curiosity and openness, rather than the urgency or ambition that might have driven him earlier in his career. While his professional life has slowed down, Duffy's personal life has taken on a new dimension with his relationship with Linda Pearl. The two actors, both veterans of the entertainment industry, have found joy in each other's company, and their relationship continues to blossom. Duffy has spoken openly about how unexpected this new chapter in his life has been. For years, he had accepted that he might never find love again after Carlin's passing, and he was at peace with that. However, his connection with Pearl has shown him that life is full of surprises, even when we think we have it all figured out. Their relationship began under unique circumstances, as the COVID-19 pandemic forced them to communicate primarily through text messages for several weeks before they could meet in person. This slow-burn approach allowed them to build a deep emotional connection, one that has since flourished into a loving partnership. For Duffy, Pearl has brought new light into his life, helping him rediscover the joys of companionship and shared experiences. Together, they have traveled, spent time with family, and enjoyed the simple pleasures of life, whether it's cooking a meal together or taking long walks.